Today, we are starting with a word count of 2,294 words, and we're aiming to write at least 1,250. I have begun a few different possible scenes that are sort of entry scenes to the novel. There's going to be a little bit of like non-linear storytelling at the beginning as we flash back to a character's backstory, typical fantasy intro novel nonsense. I have been playing around with like whether or not to write those scenes just as they happen in the book or chronologically, or to just write them as I'm most excited about them. I'm not really too worried about any one of those being the right path, to be honest, because I feel like at this early stage where I've literally got, 2,000 words out of 50,000, I just need to be worried about generating the material and getting stuff down on the page and then sort of finding the shape as I write. I did have a lot of really interesting new ideas and like a minor plot breakthrough while I was in the shower this morning, which is just fantastic. So I will spend some time writing that stuff down too, probably after a little while, maybe during a break, or maybe I'll just bounce in between. I don't really know. I'm going to let you be a fly on the wall while I write, and then I think I'll do some kind of after action report. Maybe. I'm gonna break this down into 2 different writing sessions. So I'll like do a writing session, and then there will be a several hour long break where I'm attending to other stuff in life, and then I will resume writing after that. So let's get started. All right, that's the first writing session concluded, and appropriately, we got just about halfway to the daily goal. Confident that we can get there, and it was pretty fun writing like a battle scene, basically. Action's my favorite thing to write, whether it's prose or screenplay. It was a lot of fun. I came up with a lot of fun descriptions, I think, and it feels pretty kinetic, but it's messy, of course, it's messy, but it's going well. And we'll resume in a little while. All right, second writing session done. We got to 1,491 words. I also took a little bit of notes, jotted down some story ideas like I mentioned at the top. Those ended up being 546 words, but we're not gonna count notes or anything like that, anything extraneous to the novel itself towards the word count. So 1,491 words. If you add that to what we started with, you get 3,785 words. So we are 3,700 words out of 50,000, which puts us at about 7% of the way there, I think, ish. So yeah, that's cool. It was really fun. I mean, I may be biased because today was mainly a fight scene, but it really involved exploring a lot of the effects of the magic system and how that worked, and I got to describe a really fun creature. So it was a great time. I'm excited. And we're drawing closer toward a moment where the protagonist shows up for the first time. The first few moments we experience are from the point of view of a character who will be traveling with the protagonist, but isn't the protagonist themselves. So we are about to see her for the first time show up to basically adjudicate the end of this fight herself. And I really can't wait to write that scene. It's going to be awesome. So I'm in good spirits. After each of these, I'll give some kind of little after action report. I'm picturing that if anybody else out there is also doing some kind of writing challenge themselves or has stumbled across this video just to sort of see what it's like to write a novel, I want to capture sort of how I feel at the beginning and end of each of these sessions in sort of a, I don't know, captain's log kind of a way. Right now I feel great. Feels awesome. I'll be honest, like 2 or 3 days ago, when I was writing the 2,000 words that I've finished before these videos, I would oscillate between feeling like I'm finally going to write a book and feeling like, oh, this is really stupid, and oh, I'm never going to finish anything, and why on earth do I want to write anyway, and why have I chosen to do this, and this isn't the right project, I should write something different, and your brain just attacks you from all fronts all the time when you're trying to write. I don't feel that way when I write screenplays anymore. I did feel that way when I started writing those, though. So I'm hopeful that if I can get through this book and maybe a couple more, that feeling will at least ebb significantly enough that I can sort of just feel the exciting parts. I don't know, I say that doesn't happen to me when I'm writing a screenplay, but that's a total lie. The one that I just finished, like I was 90 pages in and still felt like I was maybe doing the wrong thing, possibly. I feel like you get so in your head, which is the whole practice, I guess, of writing, but it feels like such nonsense for so much of the time. But all that to say, that's looking ahead, that's predicting how I might feel later. Right now I feel really good, and I'm glad that I'm doing this. And the idea of like recording this and putting it out there and sort of staking my claim that I'm gonna finally finish this thing, it's filled me with a real sense of energy at the beginning. I don't think that sense of energy will be here the whole time, so I'm trying to relish it while it's here. This is just day 2 of several weeks, so we'll see. If I had to guess, I think that this is gonna be a lot like the gym, where you start a new split and you're all like jazzed up for it on the first week and it's great, and then it turns into routine and grind and gets a little harder to stay motivated. So I am gonna enjoy this feeling while it lasts and try to relish it and remember it, so that when I hit those more discipline driven sort of grinds later on, I can look back on this and be happy that it happened. Okay, well, thanks for being here for round 2. If you've been here the whole time. If this is the first video you're watching and you have no idea what the hell I'm doing, feel free to check out the first video. I kind of outline my goals and we'll see where this goes. All right, take care, stay safe, and thanks for checking in.